They say the struggles of a man determines how great he will be. And you see, the struggle that goes on through my mind was, well, in my head I was trying to corral two bulls at once, using materials that I knew couldn't handle them, but I tried nonetheless. Then I realized, what's the point of trying? What is the point of exhausting all the energy that I have when I know I need it for something a bit more important? So, I stopped building that wall. I stopped trying to corral the bulls, and I decided to let them gore each other to death. Because if that's the way they want to play, then fine. I'm not obligated to do things the right way for anyone else's sake other than my own. I'm obligated to come out there and do things for the fans, do right by the fans, and show them why I can be a future megastar in this business. Which gets me to a lot of upcoming fights I have. Sorry if you aren't expecting me to go on a long rambling tangent, but I got a lot on my mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it all out now. Let's go ahead and point towards DCA Revelations 5. Travis, I know you saw what I did in Adrenaline 109. And there was a simple message behind that. If you and Johnny Gat are stupid enough to ignore the 270-pound elephant in the room, I'm going to knock your heads clean off your bodies. And I'm going to walk out of DCA Revelations as the Celestial Champion. Point blank. Do not make that mistake. Just because you two are a well-known assassin and a well-known leader of the Saints doesn't mean that I'm scared. Doesn't mean that I won't hesitate to beat the crap out of you both. It just means that you two are just two more names that I can add on that resume of mine. Let us move to UWL Salvation, where I have a unfortunate task of fighting a 400+ pound Saiyan in the form of Cumber. A Cumber who survived the beating I gave him in Damnation. And I'll give you credit, Cumber. You were tougher than I was. You threw out everything you had and you managed to keep me down. But it seems like you seem to fear what I can do. No one has ever made you bleed like I have. No one has hurt you to the level that I have. Even in that 6-man tag, I busted you open and it woke something in you. You were angry. For the first time, you felt truly vulnerable. And I'm going to exploit that. I am going to give you a beating beyond the powers of a Super Saiyan God. I'm going to beat you within an inch of your life. I'm going to destroy you like how Frieza destroyed the planet Vegeta. And I am going to make a Saiyan kneel before the savage. And when I'm done, your body will lie on the floor, broken and unable to rise. And I will stand over you as the last warrior standing. And now we move on to CCL, where I have a lot of people who I have a lot of things I could say to right now. And I'm going to start with VPOC. Now I know some of you were wondering, why VPOC? That seems so strange for you. Well, it's not so strange when you consider a few months ago Me and V-Pac were involved in an infinity war against a certain purple turd. And while we came out the winners, look at the difference between us a few months has made. I am on a roll right now. This second half of this year has been one of the best runs of my entire career so far. And yet V-Pac hasn't done much at all. Sure, he fought for the CCL Hardcore title, but he lost. He took the losing pinfall to Zangief. Let me tell you something, V-Pac. How could you take everything that you have gone through so far? How could you take in that momentum that you got from the Infinity War match and let it all just crumple into the ground? How come I have been the one who has been carrying that role as the protector of CCL? You have wanted to get into this company for so long, and yet you aren't here trying to help save this company. You're out busy making an idiot out of Elizabeth Preza. What the hell is wrong with you, V-Pac? Wake up! This isn't the same V-Pac who won a world title over in TBGW. No, this is V-Pac, a literal walking joke, embarrassing himself every chance he gets. Well, V, I'm going to need you to pull your head out of your ass, because if you don't, you will always be what you always hate to be, a walking disappointment. Next is Mikey Truth. And Mikey, this is going to be simple as it can get. If I win that men's breakthrough title poll and I challenge you at Supernova, I don't intend on losing. We've done this song and dance many times before, but this time I don't intend on tapping out to you. I don't intend on being dropped by the truthful injection. But I have a truthful injection of my own. It's called when I carry you up on my shoulders, walk you around the ring, and drop you on your face with the Savage Cyclone, you will realize that the truth is I was just that much hungrier than you were. Malik Brown. Don't think that for 1 second that I have forgotten about you. Don't believe that for any bit of stretch of time. I have not forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about that VW World title match that I have coming up. If anything, my war with the King of Immortals is me trying to prove that I'm ready for that. And I say I believe I'm ready. Sure, Smokey got his little cheap shot in. And oh, I'll get to Smokey in a minute. But I want you to remember something. I have been preparing for this night for a long time. And if you don't bring your best, then what is going to happen is I'm going to drop you like a bad habit. I'm going to drop you like how a nun drops to her knees to start praying. I'm going to drop you like how Carmen dropped you to start a new family. I'm going to drop you like how the common cold drops a child of an anti-vaxxing mother. I'm going to drop you just like how the world dropped Brett Haskins. Well, maybe not the world, but a big 300-pound man dropped him. With his fist, mind you. But that's another story. And believe me, Brett is another time. But as far as you go, Malik, it's simple as this. I'm prepared for you. Are you prepared for me? Because you got the heretic at Salvation. You got Zack Stone at Revelations, and you still haven't reconciled with Carmen yet. Seems like you're the one with a cloudy head, buddy. You keep that clouded head at Supernova, and watch what's gonna happen to you. Smokey. I'm gonna make this real quick. Smokey, if you think I'm done with you, you got another thing coming. Because let me tell you something. You needed to hit me twice in the balls to keep me down. Because you knew that if you didn't do that, I was gonna beat you like I've beaten the rest of the Immortals. I did what what not many people could do. And I ran through you boys like a hot knife through butter. But it seems like you want to flex. You want to try to look all cool because you beat up Jamal. Let me tell you something, Smokey. You ain't cool. You ain't this. You ain't this self-imposed martyr. You're an asshole looking to get your face pounded in. You're a poor redneck Hollywood Hogan trying to drop the leg. Well, I ain't gonna let you drop the leg, Smokey, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not finished with you and the Immortals. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Whether it's at Holiday Havoc or the Big 110, I promise you this. The Immortals will drop like flies, and I will have the sweet pleasure of knocking that stupid-ass face paint right off of your head. One way or another. To Ray Geddes, when the time comes, Ray, you and I will fight under official circumstances. And there won't be no jokes, there won't be no trash talking, no clever, witty barbs being thrown at you. I'm just going to come looking for you. Whether I gotta look through the pits of hell, or whether I gotta look for you in GSF, it doesn't really matter to me. We are going to have that fight. And it will be for the CCL national title. Or maybe, just maybe, I might get lucky enough to stare across the ring from A.J. Young. A man who guarantees that he's gonna be the best in this business. Well, AJ, it's like Ray told you not too long ago. There's one thing that you are nearly the best in this business in, and that's having the third greatest receding hairline in the business. But no worries, AJ, I got a perfect solution for you. It's called a prescribed headbutt. And when I headbutt you, you see the sweat off my head is going to fly and drop itself on your chest, drop itself on your face. And when it does, it's going to grow something beautiful. You can call it J. Young. And you'll finally know what it's like to have a full beard on your face. And then when you're done growing that beard, I'm going to beat you again. And then I'm going to take that world title from you. And I'm going to call it a night. Simply put, don't get too comfortable, AJ. Because I could be coming after you one way or another. To Carmen and Meredith, I hope, no, not even hope. I expect that you'll win a Supernova. Because you know there is no reward for failure. You know the price of failure in this situation. You let Warren Sharp take over CCL. It is basically undoing the efforts that all of those men in that Infinity War match, including me, fought for. You let CCL get corrupted. And I absolutely refuse to let that old bastard corrupt it. Even if you somehow fail, I will take your place and fight him by myself or with the whole world behind me until this company is back in the hands of Eddie and Meredith. So please, do not fail. Finish this battle. And then this last message goes for you, Warren Sharp. Don't believe for 1 second that just because you own the company right now doesn't mean that you can't fall. And when you fall, I'm going to drag whatever is left of me out to that ring, and I'm going to slowly extract every bit of pleasure as I pound your skull in over and over and over again. I'm going to beat you like a bitch. And hopefully I won't get arrested for animal cruelty. Because it's like I've been saying for the past few months. Simply put, feed me sharp. Feed me sharp. Feed me sharp.